Hey everybody, welcome back to A Cow's Channel. We have A Cow's Opinion. We go over the latest and greatest news here on the channel. We have a little quickie to help you get you through your weekend because Ubisoft management is to blame for the Prince of Persia Lost Crown sales issues, says an executive who helped make Baldur's Gate 3. This is A Cow's Opinion. Catchphrase! Still ain't got one. Don't need one. Because today we are looking at the continual turmoil that is going through on video games. As we know, they overstaffed during the pandemic, thinking that huge growth will continue. And the games industry is still growing, but they overstaffed, they spent too much money, and now, well, innocent developers and stuff who are making great games or being handed garbage to make are paying the price. And we don't like that here on the Cow's Channel. We want people to work hard and get paid, because then they make more awesome games. And usually I wouldn't like too much of this he said, she said stuff. However, here's the deal. Stupid pop-up ads. I understand that's how Insider Gamer pays it, because this is Insider Gamer with Mike Straw. Part of the reason is because certain people in the games industry who are doing well are saying that those who are not doing well are just not making games people want or doing stupid things. For instance, the people who made the amazing Space Marine 2, which you will see the ending of in a couple of days here on the channel. It was a fun game. It was an awesome game. I hope you enjoyed my playthrough of it. Have been talking about how, they have unrealistic expectations and we're doing super well and we're having lots of fun and making money over here. These guys are idiots. And I usually don't like he said, she said stuff, but I feel like that the people who made Baldur's Gate 3, which was a phenomenal game that everyone should give a shot. You can literally do it. It doesn't make you do anything. It just lets you do anything. So those looking for a reason why Prince of Persia The Lost Crown sold below expectations, thus leading to a sequel being rejected, need to look to the top of Ubisoft. Let's get into it. That is from Michael Dowse, who is Director of Publishing at Baldur's Gate 3 developer Larian Studios, when he was asked about the situation. In his social media post, he points the finger at Ubisoft management, saying that the decision to not release this game on Steam Day 1 hurt any chance of the game's success. So let's be honest about this. There's a lot of... This is something that this year a lot of Ubisoft, EA, Sony are all starting to come to the Steam platform. Steam is by far the biggest and best. And it's not because Valve has driven everyone out with bad business practices. It's because they built a wonderful platform that is not only is fair to us as consumers, it's surprisingly fair to... I've seen pirate software videos on it. It's surprisingly fair to the developers too. You have to pay a $100 fee to get your game on. No, I'm not going to do that. But to get your game on Steam, it's like a $100 fee. And if you sell at least $1,000 worth of units, they reimburse you the $100 fee and only take their cut of the standard percentage. Yeah, we can make arguments that digital games should be slightly cheaper because they don't have to do last mile delivery or make physical copies, but that's another video. Steam is very fair, has great support. I've never really had any major problems with it. When I wanted a refund on a couple of games, it was handled quickly and without pain. It's a great platform. And Ubisoft, up until earlier this year, didn't want to release games on it because they were trying to drive you to their own platform. The last notable game on their platform was arguably Far Cry 6 in 2021, which is, 3 years for a major publisher like Ubisoft is not good. The Crew, Mirage, and Avatar came out last year and didn't perform. So you can assume subscriptions were at a low when POP released by 2024. Remember, Ubisoft has a subscription service, Prince of Persia, which means people wouldn't be launching their store all too much. If it had released on Steam, not only would it have been a market success, but there would have likely be a sequel because the team was so strong. So Prince of Persia changed things. This guy is actually not like the Prince of Persia like in most of the games. He's like he has some of the same abilities with another. I didn't play the game, but they made some changes, and it wasn't that the game was bad. It's just it didn't really do well. He then went on to call the game's critical success around the board. It's such a broken strategy, he says. The hardest thing is to make an 85 plus game. I'm guessing 85 or higher on the reviews. It is much, much easier to release one. It just shouldn't be done as it was. So Lost Crown has sold 1 million copies since its launch, but that is far below the internal expectations Ubisoft had. You gotta be realistic on these things, guys. Ubisoft Insider Gaming learned that Ubisoft was expecting the game to sell on par or better than some of the biggest Metroidvanias on the market, and that didn't happen, and they've decided to move on. So let's talk about that for a second. A Metroidvania is exactly what you think. Like Castlevania or Metroid, you go around the map freely, you find hidden items, weapons, and abilities, then you keep backtracking, going all the way through, and you're filling out the map. And I'm going to scroll up because I don't want politics on my channel, and I don't care whose commercial that was. I just know that was a political commercial. And look, trying to do Prince of Persia, which has always been kind of an action-adventure game, as a Metroidvania is not necessarily the worst idea. It's just you're changing genres, and it's going to rub some fans the wrong way, and you've got to grab other fans the right way. And they didn't do that, and they didn't release very high. So for more insight, check out what recently launched game hit 1 million copies sales mark. We will check that. I think it's Space Marine. Oh, no, it's Undisputed. Who cool? But yeah, so this is honestly just... It doesn't... Based on his context and his wording, I don't think Douse is trying to poke fun at Ubisoft. He's pointing out that they tried to do it on their own platform for 3 years. It's not working very well. They're not pushing games. Prince of Persia sold 1 million copies, should be happy. Especially for, technically, it's a new part of the franchise. It's a different version of Prince of Persia. But unfortunately, that's not what happened. And now the team was disbanded, but I would tell you that they've been reassigned to 3 other teams internally. So at least it doesn't look like they're going to lose jobs for it, which is better than what's been happening the last 18 months. But they made a good game, and there's a variety of this is probably a big reason. I know there's a variety of other reasons. We're talking about this reason today. Ubisoft tried to do it only on their own platform. They wouldn't release on Steam. They had unrealistic expectations. And I understand Prince of Persia is a IP that has weight, but you did it in a completely new way. You should have had more realistic expectations. You should have been better with the stuff, and they weren't. And developers are losing their job, like 18,000 and counting, guys. And so I want to know in the comments below, did you play Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown? Did you like it? Did you wish it wasn't a Metroidvania? Do you think that Ubisoft is even going to survive? We've seen notifications that the CEO and his family are trying to get Tencent to buy it and take it private. I don't think that's going to happen because I severely doubt that the European Union is going to allow a Chinese company to own one of the biggest tech developers in the space. Video games and technology are very competitive, and it would be hard for an American or a Japanese company to buy them either. So we will see, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think. I hope you're having a great weekend. You know what else I hope you're having? I hope that you're having time to play more games. I stumbled on that a little, but games are awesome. Prince of Persia was not bad. Unfortunately, it didn't sell well, but you deserve awesome. And I'll see you next time. I wonder if we'll be talking about the closure of Ubisoft in the next 12 months.